Hi Piccolos, this is a practice guide to Black Granite, the Piccolo part. I'm going to just start at the very top of the piece and work my way down, going over any little difficult measures we may have, trill fingerings, that sort of thing. So let's get started. At the very beginning, right there at the beginning, not much to say. Just the trill is to C to D flat, so it's the first finger. You're not doing any trill keys over here because that would go to D natural. And then here, the 7-lit going up to the G, the high G trill is first trill finger going to A flat. Skipping over to here, the C flat. First of all, I would say throughout this piece, I would use the thumb B flat for all your B flats as much as possible, especially in a run like the one I just did that goes up to the high G. You want to avoid the 1-in-1, as it's called, as much as possible. But anyway, here we have C flat, so you have B natural, and then you'll have to do 1-in-1, or I always do the lever. It's just a little smoother, I think. But that trill, I have my thumb back on the B flat side. When we get down to these 5-lits, you want to make sure that you don't arrive at the top too fast. So it's not as fast as it may seem. And you can think of it 2 notes plus 3 notes. 1, 2, triplet, D flat. 1, 2, triplet, E flat. 1, 2, triplet, F. And of course with your B flat thumb on. And I think those are the main things on the first page. The second page, it gets a little harder. At 139, these trills, E flat, it's going to F flat, because that little flat is marked above the TR notation. The trill fingering is your fingering high E flat, everything's down, and then you'll just wiggle the left hand ring finger. It's kind of awkward. And then when you get to the next trill, the A flat to A natural, that's also this ring finger here only. Here is a little difficult passage. It's so many flats, just sort of makes my eyes cross a little bit. And I had to mark in for safety some of the flats, like C flat again, G flat, whatever. So I would recommend that. A few ways to practice this. Of course, the best way is to start very slow. Really use those accents to your advantage to help group just 4 notes at a time, visually and mentally. You're only thinking 4 notes at a time. A few other ways I would practice this is you change up the articulation. So you could do 2 and 2. Etc. all the way through, or you could do 1 plus slur 3, etc. You could reverse that, do 3 plus 1. So all those are great ways to practice a technical passage like this. This can help make your practice a little less monotonous. It's really just like ironing out each of the intervals, each of the notes. And then you can do it again normal and it should feel a little smoother. Etc. To get to that high G trill, we're often going to be running out of breath. I would recommend to take out this low G right here. I mean, no one's going to hear it anyways. Try to, because we're going down on the piccolo, down into the middle to the low register. It's really easy to overblow down there. You want to try to avoid the reaction to feel like that you need to be heard, that your sound needs to be heard. You just need to play the notes so that they come out. Like as you get low here, like starting from this E flat, with the whole band, no one is going to hear that. So try to avoid like, you're going to run out of breath way too soon. It's going to be sharp or out of tune. It's just going to that's when you start tripping over your notes. It's going to be messy. So as you're going downhill, try to resist the urge to like get that low, like we do this often on the flute. When we go down low into the low register, we're like, oh, I'm going to be big and bold down here. Just relax as you go down and enjoy the fact that no one can hear you for once. So I'm not trying to decrescendo or anything as I go down. I'm just trying to not like spread my sound. Moving on, at the A flat right here, I would recommend doing the alternate finger, just like regular high A flat, but you're going to put down in the right hand the middle finger and the ring finger and your pinky. After 171, that 7-lit, just make sure you get to the A trill by beat 2. So da trill, and then same thing the next line down. Da trill. The 7-lit one, to try to get all the notes or to not play extra notes, is you could think of it 4 notes and then plus a triplet. 4 plus 3. I'll re-slur those groupings so you can see where they are. That, and then glued together. And then the next one, this one's very awkward because you have the E flat D. Yeah, I don't have any words of wisdom there. It's just hard and awkward. Just get to the B trill by beat 2. And that trill, since it's going to C sharp, you have to do both the thumb and the first finger. I actually have a C sharp trill here, which I highly recommend if you are ever presented with that option. At 195, it's like the beginning. However, we're in a different key, so we have D naturals. And this trill, because we're going to D natural, is the second trill key. And then here, the G trill with the first finger here. I think 4 notes at a time, and then a triplet. And then on the way down, it's C major scale. You don't have time to be like G, F, E natural, D natural. It's just like C major scale going down. So going up, E flat major, and going down, C major, with the trill in between. And then our very last, yagga-digga-dum, way up high, going to high C. Those 3 have pinky on, and then B natural, pinky off. I would think of this as FGA flat as one little unit, and then B and C at the end. So ba-yada, like that. And keeping your fingers very close to the keys. So FGA flat, see if you can just do that really quick or work that up a bunch of times till that's comfortable, and then go and stop on the B natural with pinky coming off on the B natural. And then of course add this C after that. Try to avoid crescendoing through it with your air. That works on the flute, but it's not going to work on the piccolo. You'll be all spitty. No notes will come out at all, or you'll get the thing. You want to avoid the because that with your air, because that's just going to be a mess. You want with your air to be very fast and keep the resistance of the air. You want to keep your notes as they go up glued onto your airstream. You don't want everything to come apart from the airstream. And in order for that to happen, there has to be resistance to the air. And don't worry about accents. You're just trying to make those notes speak, and that is it. Okay, I think those are all the main hard parts in there. I hope some of the things that I went over was helpful. Please hit subscribe. There's lots of these videos for piccolo mostly on practice guides for band and orchestra pieces. Plus I have a handful of videos on exercises, low register, middle register, and high register, and various other things regarding the piccolo. So please subscribe and be part of our piccolo community here. Thanks for watching this video, and happy practicing.